So I have in my Onyx file here a whole bunch of cues that I've made before for various things. Let's just start with this one. So this is just a cue that I have on my busking page. The beauty of it is that you can, because it's lighting, I can just fire whatever color combinations and color maps I want on top of it. But the default was just this cyan and magenta. So all this is, basically there's a couple things going on here. For one, all 8 builders are in a square gobo. That square gobo is zoomed down to be short on the vertical and wide on the horizontal. And then it is just on a continuous pan ramp effect, kind of like we talked about with the flyouts for the tilt going out. This is going to be just a straight-sided sawtooth. So it goes up and then it cuts down vertically. So for this, I just have all 8 builders doing that. And then I also have a light Mercury motion effect on top of that. Just a little light sine wave to give the whole thing a little wave. And I think that makes a really cool laser effect that's got continuous motion, not too much going on. Now, one of the cool things I can do here is speed it way up. So I just have a fader in my file that lets me make pan tilt effects as fast as I want. I can make it faster than you're able to process, just because of how fast the laser draws things. So I can, you can kind of set your slowest speed and then have an override that just speeds up whatever effects you want, or, you know, Speedmaster on a lot of other consoles, what have you. But because it's a pan tilt effect, I can control it just like I would a normal pan tilt effect. So this scan left to right, right to left is literally just a sawtooth on the pan. So another cool one, this is where you can get into building all kinds of crazy stuff with builders. I'm going to go ahead and throw some color on it as well. But what you have here is there are 2 lines. Those lines are fanned out and they are rotating counter to each other. So that's just my rotation, regular rotation parameter on those 2 short lines. One of them is red, one of them is cyan right now. And then 4 builders, so I was using 6 builders for this look. 4 builders are doing a single beam, and those have a tilt effect and just a regular console tilt effect and a regular console intensity chase on them right now, doing these chasing beams on top of it. This one is really cool. So this is, let's go out to the original colors of the cue. I am just running, so I have my 6 builders fanned out. And then I just have a slow pan tilt effect running on them, all of them. So it just is a little bit of motion to it. And then I have a radial pre-color map, color effect on the each builder. So I have that mint green stripe down the middle and then the CTO outer to the look. And that makes the line on either side of this, sorry, the vertex dot on either side of this line really pop. So what you can then add on to the same effect, all I'm doing here, my pan tilt effect's a little more, but I'm just chasing my 2 color parts. So you'll see the green part disappear, you'll see the CTO part disappear, and you'll see when the CTO part disappears, the green has a really soft edge to it. And when the green part disappears, the CTO has a really soft edge to the inside. So you can make these really more subtle looks and beautiful and dynamic and not frenetic. I really like that. This is one of my favorites, the laser cues that I've made. This was for August Burns Red, Christmas Burns Red show. This was for flurries. I made a snowflake cue. So this, I just wanted to make something that kind of was similar to Snowfall. So what's going on here? Each builder, and I just had 6 of them in the show file when I made this. I didn't have 8 builders per, so there's 6 builders, they're fanned out. They're just on a ramp minus effect on the tilt, but I have a color map. And so each builder is in an X. So the center of that builder is cool white and the outside of that builder is like a light frosty blue. And so I have the center color twinkling as these are tilting down. Just a really cool little effect. Okay, so this cue here, what I have going on is I have just a bunch of lines that are indexed vertically on all 6 builders. I have a regular old pan effect going, and you see what looks like a color effect. It's not a color effect. What I'm doing is moving through a vertical band color map or color preset. So it's not a console color effect. I'm not using a two color effect to swap between two colors. What I'm doing is moving through that vertical bands. And so you're getting the color A and the color B on each builder as it moves through the colored bands. And again, you can do whatever colors you want with this. So you can just set, and you can also change the density of the color bands, which lets you change how fast it's changing color.